Hi, I'm Deb Jensen from the Physical Therapy and Wellness Departments, and we're going to do a short chair yoga session today. So with everything that we've all been dealing with, staying home and all of that, a lot of times it's really hard to find a way to stay positive. So our theme for today is really setting that intention to try to stay positive despite everything that's happening around us. So we'll start, as always, by taking a few moments to check in with your body. And what you're going to need is to make sure your chair is sturdy. And you want to make sure you have something to use as a strap. I will be demonstrating using a scarf. So you can use a scarf, you can use a bathrobe belt. You can use a dog leash if you have a dog. And what you want to do is, if you need to get something, you can pause the video and then just restart it when you have your item. But once you do that, make yourself comfortable. So you want to sit all the way back into your chair. Allow your hands to rest on your thighs. You can let your eyes close. And just begin a gentle focus on your breathing. Without trying to change the breath, you want to observe it, notice. And especially at these times, you want to notice if you're able to fill your lungs fully and completely, or if you feel like there are areas that the breath might be stuck or trapped in some way, you want to note that. See if you can sense how your ribs move with each breath in and each breath out. And start to look at your physical body. Notice your neck, your shoulders. See if you're holding any tension in your jaw. Notice the arms. And if there's a big difference in sensation and mobility between the right arm and the left. Allow your attention to move into your back and notice the curves of your spine. Notice whether your posture is kind of schlumpy in the chair, or if you feel like you're able to lengthen the spinal column. And just notice how your upper, middle, and lower back is feeling today. I also think it's important to look at the sides of your trunk from the underarm area to the top of the pelvis to see if each side is even in length. A lot of times we might lean more to one side, and that can give you some valuable information as to your alignment. Begin to observe the chest, including the beating of your heart. Notice the solar plexus where the ribs meet. Notice your abdominal area. Bring your attention to the base of your body and see if you're pressing evenly through each sit bone. And let your awareness travel to your hips. And see if your hips feel like they move fluidly. Do they move with ease? Is there a sense of stiffness in the hips today? Let your attention move into the muscles of your thighs all the way down to your knees. Let your attention travel to your lower legs, your shins, your calves, your ankles, even your feet and your toes. And then take a moment to notice what your energy level is like this morning. Taking a few breaths in and out. And notice what your state of mind is like today as well, as it can give you a lot of valuable information as to how you're doing. And then allow your eyes to start to open. And we'll begin our practice with some pranayama, which is a fancy word for breath work. And we're going to do one that's really geared towards relaxing your body. In Sanskrit, this practice is called Kaki Pranayama. And what we're doing here is similar to candle breathing or diaphragmatic breathing. So you're just going to breathe in through your nose and then purse your lips as you breathe out through pursed lips. What you want to do, though, is allow your out breath to be longer than your in breath. So you take a breath in and purse the lips as you exhale. And we'll do that 2 more times, just breathing in through the nose. And then out through those pursed lips. And 1 more time. And that's a really nice practice to do also if you find yourself feeling anxious or nervous, if you have trouble sleeping. It's a really wonderful practice to start to relax the body. And now we're going to warm up a little bit and move the joints to prep ourselves for our practice of the postures. And we'll begin with circling the head. So you always want to move slowly, gently, and within a pain-free amount of motion. And the next time your chin is towards the chest, let's switch direction. Notice if there's a difference when you change direction. And the next time the chin is towards the chest, lift the chin back to center. Let your arms rest by your side and start to roll your shoulders. When you roll them backward, it's really great for opening the chest and working on your posture. So I like to go backwards, but it's always a good idea to do both directions. So see what happens if you go forward. Does it feel very different? And then just relaxing the arms. We're going to lift the left arm up toward the ceiling and then bend over to the right so you feel a stretch on the left side of your torso. So you're going to hold it for a moment, breathe in and out. See if you can sense how your ribs move on the breath. And then taking that arm up, we'll release the hand down. Now we'll lift the right arm up. So same thing, you're going to bend over to the left. You might need to keep your other hand on the chair for support. You want to feel that stretch along the side of your body. Taking another deep breath in and out. And then we'll lift and release. Now we're going to bring our arms into a position called Cactus Arms, which is just a fancy word. It was also in football season. This is the one we call the goalpost position. But basically, it's a way of rotating the spine without putting tension on it. So what you want to do is from this position, you're just going to turn your chest to the right a few inches, and then coming back to center and turning your chest to the left, and then coming back to center. So we're going to do that one more time, turning the chest to the right, coming back to center, and turning the chest to the left, and then returning back to center and relaxing the arms down. Letting your hands rest over the knees, we're going to circle our torso. So what we're doing here is maintaining a separation between the upper and lower half of the body, which can be very important in your balance reactions. Next time you get to the front, we're going to change that direction. And you always want your circles to be comfortable, so if there's any pain in your lower back or your spine, you want to, make smaller circles. And then next time you come around to the front, pressing into the legs to come up. Now we're going to go into a stretch for the legs. So you're going to extend your right leg forward and make circles with your right ankle, first in one direction. Notice if there's any clicking or noises or discomfort, and then switch direction. And then we'll take that right knee and gently draw it up towards the chest to get a stretch towards the buttock area and the lower back. And then releasing the leg. Going to the other side, extending the left leg, circling that ankle, and see is there a big difference in the amount of movement from one foot to the other. And we'll switch direction. We'll draw the knee towards the chest and getting a nice stretch. This is a nice stretch to do lying down on your back in bed too if you have any discomfort or stiffness in your back. And then releasing the leg down. Now we're going to come into a posture called mountain pose, and this is a seated variation. So here's where you do want to scoot a little bit forward in your chair. You want to make sure your feet are flat on the floor, your hands on your thighs. You want to get a sense that your rib cage is lifting away from the pelvis, the shoulders relaxed, the crown of the head lifted. So right now, your trunk muscles are all active to keep you upright and keep you from slumping into your chair. We're going to take our hands in front of the heart center. But first we're going to do motions called the VWOT movements, and these are great for your shoulders. So you're going to lift your arms up through midline and separate the arms like a V, then turn your palms forward and draw your elbows down like a W. You're going to reach your fingers out in front to touch like an O, then turn your palms up and draw your thumbs back while squeezing the shoulder blades together like a T, resting the hands down onto the thighs. So we're going to do that again. Let's take our hands to the heart. We're going to lift the arms up like a V. Rotate the palms forward. Draw your elbows down by the ribs like a W. Stretch your hands out in front so the fingertips touch like an O, and you'll feel a stretch in the upper back. Turn your palms up, your thumbs back, squeeze those shoulder blades. Relax the arms and lift the crown of your head. And then from here, hands back to the heart. Now we're going to do a movement that helps to strengthen the muscles of your trunk. So we're going to lift the arms up through midline, and we're going to bend over to the side. Now this time we're doing it without our hand on the chair. So you want to ground that left sit bone down, hold it for a moment, and then pull your belly button towards the spine as you come back to center. Now we're going to go the other way. We're going to bring our arms to the left, press that right sit bone into the chair, hold it for a moment, breathe, then pull the belly in as you come back to center. So again, arms to the right, left sit bone presses into the seat of your chair, draw the belly in as you come back to center, so that's to help protect the back. Bring your arms to the left, press that right sit bone down, again, hold for a moment, and pull the tummy in, coming back to center, and then letting your arms come down. Again, sitting up tall, take a deep breath, check in, notice how your body feels. Now from here we're going to go into our seated version of sunbird pose. So you're going to extend your right leg forward and your left arm up toward the ceiling. So you're going to take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, pull your knee towards your chest. As you inhale, stretch the right leg and the left arm. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, extend the right leg, left arm, and then release. Now we'll go to the other side. We're going to extend the left leg and the right arm. So again, we want to keep that spine elongated as you breathe in. Exhale, pull the knee towards the chest. Inhale, extend the leg, lift the arm. Exhale, knee to chest. And one more time, we're going to extend the leg, lift the arm, and then knee to chest. And gently release. We're going to take our legs out wide. Again, you might need to scoot forward a little bit more. And we're going to take our right hand to the inside of the right knee. You want to give a little bit of pressure, push the knee and the hand into each other. And you're going to take your left arm out to the side. You're going to turn your body to the left, and then take that left arm down towards the right knee. So we're going to do that 2 more times. You're going to stretch the arm out, rotating to the left. Keep that pressure of the right hand to the knee, then come back. And one more time, we're going to draw that arm out, push the knee and hand in toward each other, and then come back in. And we'll go to the other side. You're going to press the palm of the left hand to the inside of the left knee. Take your right arm out to the side. You're going to draw your right hand towards the left and then stretch it up as you turn your chest. You're going to bring the hand back down. Inhale as you lift, turning the chest. And exhale, bringing the hand down. We're going to do that one more time. Let's lift that arm. And then coming back to center and releasing. Coming back to seated mountain pose, lifting the crown of your head, checking in with your body. And we're going to go into our sun salute, sitting with our hands at the heart center. As you breathe in, we're going to lift the arms all the way up. Now as you exhale, you're going to fold forward as if you were bringing your belly towards the top of your thighs, stretching the arms back. Now on an inhalation, you're going to take the arms up and extend that right leg. Release with the hands to the knees, lift the chest, take a breath in, and as you exhale, come back to center. Take the arms up. Exhale, fold forward, bringing your belly towards the thighs. As you come up, you're going to lift the left leg this time, stretching those arms up. As you exhale, hands to the knees as the foot comes down. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart. So let's do that one more time in a flow. We're going to breathe in, lifting up, exhale, and fold forward. Inhale, arms up, right leg extends. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, back to mountain. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, as you lift, extending the left leg. Exhale, hands to the knees. Inhale, heart center lifts. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Again, breathing in and out. And then relaxing the hands down. Now from here, we're going to be bringing our left leg over the left side of your seat. Now depending on your flexibility and the type of chair you have, it may not go all the way out to the side. That's fine. Then you're going to take your right leg out to the side. It's okay if your right knee is slightly bent. So you want to listen to your body. If you're a little stiff in the hips, your legs might just look like more like this, and that's okay. What you want to do is keep your chest and your hips facing forward. Your arms are going to come up to shoulder height. If you feel comfortable with that, look over the left hand for Warrior Two pose. So you're going to hold it here. Keep the crown of your head lifted. Take a deep breath in and out. Then lower the right hand to the back of your right thigh. Turn the left hand palm up. Stretch that left arm up as if you're trying to touch your ceiling. So you feel a lengthening along the left side of your torso. And then lower the left arm, lift the right, coming back to Warrior Two pose. We're going to go into side angle. You're going to rest the left forearm on your upper left thigh. If you have shoulder issues on the right side, just let your right hand rest by your right thigh. Otherwise, you're going to take it out, sweep it across your body to bring it up over the right side of your head so that you're getting a diagonal line from the fingers of your right hand to the outside of your right foot. Hold it here, and if you can, see if you can turn your chest forward a little bit so you're really opening the sides of your body. Hold, take another breath. And really observe how your body feels when you breathe in and out. Then pull in your tummy. Press your left foot into the floor as you come back up to Warrior Two pose. Relax your arms. Bring your right leg back in, bring your left leg back in, coming back to mountain. Now we're going to repeat that on the other side. So you're going to take your right leg out over the side of the chair if you're able to do that. You're going to bring your left leg out to the side, your chest and hips as far forward as you can. Now because of the position, that left leg might not be completely straight. That's absolutely fine. You might be slightly angled. That's okay. We just want to get as open as you possibly can in this position. You're going to take your arms up to shoulder height. Again, looking out over the fingers of the right hand. Hold it for a moment. Keep the crown of your head lifted. Feel your feet active against the floor. Breathe in and out. And take your left hand to the back of your left thigh. The right hand will stretch up toward the ceiling as if you're trying to touch your ceiling. Get that length on that right side. Hold it for a moment. And then lower the right hand, lift the left to come back to Warrior Two pose. Bring your right forearm on your right thigh. Again, if your left shoulder bothers you, just drop it to the left side of your leg. Otherwise, you're going to sweep it in front of you to bring it up over the side of your head. It's a safer way of elevating the arm. You're going to reach that left arm over the side towards your left ear. You're pressing into that left foot, feeling that diagonal line. Maybe turning your chest forward a little bit so you get that nice stretch. Hold it for a moment, feeling that length. Combating all the hours of sitting that we're all doing. Take another full breath in, pull in your tummy, and return to Warrior Two pose. Hold it for a moment. And then relaxing the arms, bringing the legs back to center, coming back to seated mountain pose. Taking another full breath in and out. Now we're going to do from goddess pose, one more position before we do some of our finishing stretches. So we're going to take those feet out nice and wide. So again, you want to be a little close to the chair, but make sure the back of your chair is not elevating. So you're going to take your feet out wide. Now if you can, lift your heels, pull in your tummy. You're going to take your arms pointing forward. So you're going to lift the crown of your head. Now take your arms to the right and draw your left arm back like you're drawing back a bow. Look at your right thumb for archer pose. Then slide your left hand back towards the right. Bring your arms back to center. Now we'll go the other side. So bring our hands to the left. You're going to draw your right arm across the inner left, across the chest, pulling back like your Cupid drawing its bow. Look at your left thumb, hold it, breathe. And then let that right hand travel to meet the left, coming back to center. Inhale, lift those arms all the way up. Exhale, back down to that cactus arm position. Then bring your hands back out in front. Release your feet, release your arms. Come back to mountain pose. Taking a deep breath in and out. Now here's where we're going to be using our little scarf, or I'm using a scarf. You might be using your belt. And we're going to do a stretch for the calf and also for the hip. So what you want to do is you want to take the scarf, and this is to simulate a strap. And what you want to do is bring it around the ball of your foot. If it's too close to the toes, when you pull your toes towards you, it'll come off. If it's too far down towards the heel, you're not going to get enough tensioning. So what you want to do is use the strap around the ball of the foot and pull your toes towards you. I'm going to go out slightly to the side just so you get a better angle. What you want to do is feel a stretch in the back of the right lower leg. You would do this stretch probably 2 or 3 times throughout the day, especially if you're doing a lot of sitting. It can be very beneficial, as this muscle, when it's tight, can affect your balance. So it's a really, really nice way to open up that muscle. Holding it for another second, breathing in and out. Then you're going to take the straps in your right hand, and while your chest is facing forward, bring that right leg as far out to the side as you comfortably can. So some of you might be here. If your hips are saying stop, you want to listen to your hips and stop. You want to always stay within a pain-free range of motion. That's the way to prevent yourself from injuring your body. If you need a little support, you can hold on to the seat of the chair. Hold for another breath, in and out. From here, we'll take the right leg back to center and bend the knee, take off the belt or scarf, and we'll do the same thing on the left. So the left foot, again, will go into the strap right at the ball of the foot. You're going to use your hands on the strap to pull it towards you. Hold. Notice the back of the left lower leg. Are you feeling the stretch? How does it differ from the other side? Make sure you're not holding the breath. That's so important with a stretch especially. And then taking your strap, both ends of the belt or strap in your left hand and left leg out to the side. Again, your chest is facing forward, holding it here. Breathe in and out. Again, notice how much movement is available on this side versus the other. Take a few more seconds. And then we'll take the left leg back to center and release the foot. Now we're going to stretch our hamstring muscles. I'm going to swivel my body sideways. You don't have to. I just want to show you where you're bending from. So what you want to do is scoot to towards the edge of your seat and extend your left leg with the knee straight and the heel on the floor. You want to find the crease of your hip and then hinge forward until you feel a stretch in the back of your knee and thigh. We're going to hold that, breathe in and out. And then rest your hands on your thighs, press into the legs to come up, and come back to center. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Now the right leg is coming forward. So again, just at a slight angle. You're going to bend forward from the hip until you feel a stretch in the back of the knee or the thigh. Holding it here, we want to breathe so that you're oxygenating those muscles to relax them. And with your hands on the thighs, press into the limbs to come up and release. From here, we're going to interlace our fingers, press the palms forward, separate the shoulder blades. Keep your back nice and straight. You don't want to round it here. This is actually really important for your posture. You'll still get a really good stretch in that upper back, but without putting strain on the spinal column. So you're going to hold it for a moment. Now, as you inhale, you're going to stretch those arms up as high as you comfortably can. Here's where you get to make a little noise if you want. If you want to moan and groan, it feels really good when you stretch. So another breath in. As you exhale, stretch those arms out. Sort of like when you wake up after a really good night's sleep and you just want to stretch out. Let your shoulders roll. And then allow yourself to scoot all the way back into your seat. You want to make sure that you're really comfortable. So if you need a little blanket or something around your shoulders, you can absolutely use that. If you need to get anything like a blanket or something underneath your feet, you can pause the video for a moment to do that. And let your hands rest on your thighs, your back completely supported, your shoulders relaxed, your feet on the floor. Let your eyes close, and just to start noticing your breathing. So allow the breath to come in and out of the nose, beginning to become aware of its movement, like it flows in and out. Now, after you breathe out, hold the breath out for a count of 2. And then breathe in again and exhale fully. Hold the breath out for a count of 2. Then breathe in again. Breathe out fully. Holding the breath out for a count of 2. And then just breathe at your normal pace, following the breath. Feel it filling the bottoms of your lungs, the middles of the lungs, the upper portion of the lungs, emptying from the top, middle, and bottom, as if your lungs were pitchers of water that you fill and empty. And just connecting with that flow of the breath in and out. Feeling your body soften with every out-breath, so that it almost feels as if your body was getting heavier and sinking more deeply into your chair with every breath. Feel your body getting twice as relaxed and more deeply connected to your seat with every breath. Taking a few moments to just enjoy this moment, to just allow yourself to be. And as you observe the breath, notice the qualities of the breath and how it might differ from when we first started our practice. So even with a short practice, even with just some gentle stretches, you might notice a deeper awareness of the breath, or that it fills more parts of the lungs more completely. So now allow your breath to grow stronger. Allow your awareness of the breath to increase. And begin to scan through your body and notice some of the areas that may have felt stiff or uncomfortable when we first started. See if those areas feel differently. You can bring some gentle movement to your body by wiggling your fingers, moving your toes, maybe rolling your shoulders or turning your head from side to side, or just asking your body what it needs right now. Maybe you need to stretch those arms out again. Maybe you need to kick your feet up. But take a moment to just move in any way you need to. When you're ready, you can slowly begin to reopen your eyes. And we're going to close our practice with a gesture called Hridaya Mudra, which is a gesture of self-nurturance and self-compassion. So you take your right hand over your heart, and then your left hand on top of the right hand. And what you want to do is, with a downward gaze, just feel the weight of your hands against the heart center. Maybe you can feel the warmth of your hands softening the space around your heart. And just taking a few more breaths. And those of you who've taken classes with me know that I always like to end a class with an inspiring quote. So this is a quote I think is appropriate for what we're all dealing with right now. It's from Viktor Frankl, who said, "When we are no longer able to change our situation, we are challenged to change ourselves." So let's take a deep breath in and exhale with a sigh. As you exhale, gently bow your head. Namaste. Thank you all so much. I hope you enjoyed our practice.